Watch this. The last couple of nights. Bro, Walker, you put me on.
On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You've got a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. A first down for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He breaks a tackle. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Ball spotted at the 29 here. They come on third and short. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, oh man, that defensive end had a great get-off on that play. Exploded out of his three-point stance. He's able to use the swim move and get to the QB.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. It's complete, a huge pickup. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Handoff to the single running back. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. The Tigers are on the move. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Wide out in motion. To the air, It's Klubnik. Dances away from the heat. And they'll finally track him down and shove him out at the 2. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He's going to go for a big one. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
And he intercepts it. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And they're able to make the tackle.
This quarterback right now is an improved, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Hey, listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clocking.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air, it's Klubnik. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for space. It's Durham. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. They're trying to get to it. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll throw it on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They're going to throw it again, using his legs to buy some time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to scramble. He throws one to the left. Touchdown, Clemson! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute.
And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got him downfield. The expressway is wide open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck now.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it.
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He was looking for running room, but they get him down to the 28, and now they are set up.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. And as he throws, intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying.
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. You used to be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tiger.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open. Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. They're going to run it. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Getting some heat. Firing to the right, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Gets it out quickly. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The DBs will back off a bit. Across the 25, he's got room. Just trucks through it. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 35, Clemson 26.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. 2-point try is good. Not really sure why they needed it, but it's a 1-point game late.
Clemson 34.
Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get into the 29-yard line.
There's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, you have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback will audible. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. LSU right back to the line.
3rd down coming up.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. And more yards after contact. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, bleed the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Sets a kickoff.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking downfield, it's Kloppton. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it on the outside, it's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fakes the catch. Tackled, but he has a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. Whoa, look at the sticky Velcro-esque fingers. He's got it for a touchdown, and now they need the two, and we'll be all tied up.
Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best two-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it on the counter. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A third and long coming up here. The give on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offense facing fourth down.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.